Hi, my name's Keith and I'm known as the Florida Stone Man. And today I have a very interesting topic for you guys that will help a lot of you guys feel confident in what you hear Jesus telling you. This is a really cool video topic because you're going to learn a lot about the human species. So humans are very, very prone to lying, which I'm going to talk all about. The question is, does a dog bite? If you say no, the dog does not bite, that's a lie. But some people might not inherently be lying about that. That's not the entire point. But the thing is, if a dog has teeth, a dog can bite. Can your dog bite? Yeah. Unless the dog is without teeth or has that's a thing. Basically, when it comes to humans, can a human lie? Yes, a human lies. I just said it. A human can lie and a human will lie. So God will make people who are allowed to hear him. He will have humans, and this is the biggest thing people skip in the Bible. He literally has people hearing him all the time. Like literally all the time. So the book of Judges, he picks so many different judges, even people he's half okay with, he'll have them hearing them fully. So it depends on the person, their gift set, and what they can bring to God, because God's not going to have someone hear him for nothing. Sometimes someone will hear him just so when they get their karmic sentence, they can say, well, you heard God the whole time in your life. So, and there's actually there's a good portion of people who can hear God. Most people ignore Jesus. Most people just brush Jesus off. Like, I don't want to hear you talk. And it sucks. They don't do it. They will not do it like that. They'll pretend like they did not hear him and they know it's him. They'll see his image. They'll hear what they're supposed to do, and they're like, I didn't hear that. Oh, I didn't get that. And he says, you sure as well know you heard me. Father says that it's counted against you. So it's literally like a recording when you get above the firmament and you're judged. It's literally counted against you. But the whole point in this video is for you guys to pay more attention to Jesus, because Jesus will tell you guys, even through intuition, if you can't. Okay, the thing's gone. So even if you can't hear Jesus clairaudiently, he'll tell you stuff. The craziest stuff is because people will lose their confidence in hearing God. So, for example, you'll hear something like, okay, basically, God, is this person telling the truth about this? And he'll be like, nope, they're lying. They're lying. And you ask the person, and they say, I'm telling the truth. I can't believe you. You would say I'm a liar. And they have the most honest reaction. Let me tell you something about serial killers. A lot of those serial killers were so into what they're doing that they passed tests on the heart test because their subconscious did not budge. So they got away with it. Because they're like, whatever. So some people can just get away with a lie detector test because their heart is so cold, and they're like, I didn't do it. And they have the most convincing reaction ever, and the person still lied. What example can I use without putting people on the stake? Okay. One guy I know, he got married at a young age, and I said to him, you have never cheated. You've always wanted to, but you basically never cheated. Dude got very uncomfortable. He got so uncomfortable to the point where I asked Jesus, he's acting like he cheated on his wife. And I'm like, it doesn't feel right. It feels like he cheated. And that's the thing, I felt like he cheated, but Jesus said he didn't cheat. And he was so guilty. He was just so guilty looking, but that was not 100% accurate. That was just a veil. So he was stuttering and stuff like that. He's like, how do you know? And I'm like, because Jesus told me. And why was that in a conversation? It's because he was basically, I was helping him with other things and what was going on, karmic, personal stuff. But that was one time I was just so unsure. I'm like, I don't get it. I don't understand. Jesus says he did not cheat, but he's acting like a cheater. So that's just one case. Sometimes he'll just never have the full piece of being like, okay, I 100% knew that. He'll just listen to Jesus and be like, okay, I believe what Jesus says. Okay. I'd like to use other examples if Jesus lets me teach them. I have to ask. I might have to pause the phone and ask. Okay, so this is more of an interesting point. This is very common, guys. This is very, very common. If you're this kind of man, I'm not putting you on the spot, but I'm just letting you know that Jesus loves you anyway. So there's a portion of guys on this planet who will marry a woman, and when they go to work, they tend to dress up with the woman's clothes. And basically, a scenario popped up, like a woman was asking, why are my clothes like this? Like, why is nothing like organized like that? And I basically said, and I listened to Jesus, and I'm like, and this is when I was first fully hearing Jesus, and I'm like, I don't think I heard that right. You should check his video roll and she didn't check the video roll, although he got very suspicious around his phone. And the thing is, basically, why would that help the woman is because now she's comfortable with it. Now he can be more open about himself. Now he can get his own clothes, not use her clothes. It's more common than you think. And God bless the guy, God bless the woman. They're still together. They're happy together. But when I heard that, I'm like, and she asked him, like, are you using my clothes? And he's like, no. Very masculine guy. Remember what I said about men who are overly masculine? Watch my Divine Feminine video. The men who are like that are screaming for healing. There's no such thing as an extremely macho guy that has no feminine. That means that they're in deficit and they're going to look for the feminine in different ways. That's why you see so many different men. Oh, that's another example. Okay, another one, because men lie a lot, especially in relationships with a woman. I'm going to tell you guys right now. Jesus lets me tell me, and it's not messy, it's truthful, because there's something called secret sin, where people do stuff behind the scenes, and people flat out insult God's intelligence. So this is another case scenario as to where men will flat out lie. Women lie too, but differently. Men lie with more of a divine masculine, and women with more of the divine feminine. It's two different kind of lies. So law of gender does play into a role. Basically, this guy who, and this happens actually all the time. He's Middle Eastern. Oh, I just said we were not supposed to say that. But he basically said to his wife that he would like to have multiple wives. And she's trying to find out what's going on. Like, basically, we got to the bottom of it because she got a love necklace, and he was very, very, he is very attracted to her. They're together now, but I'm not going to say the status of the relationship. Let's just say they kind of have to be together for the living situation. I'm not putting anyone's information who watches these videos out, okay, guys? So their living situation is definitely different. And he was rough on her until he went into his shell. And he's basically like, we're going to open this relationship to multiple wives. And he's like, she's like, why is that? And then she listens to Jesus. And Jesus said that it's because the women don't make him happy because he's not looking for a woman, it's for his family. Because his family serves a different religion, etc. And she listened to Jesus and she's like, I think that was an invasive thought. I thought it was wrong. Meanwhile, the truth with humans is so different that when you get to the other side, you're like, hey, everyone's been lying the whole time. That's just another example. Basically, he was starting to push on her opening the relationship, and it got to a certain pressure. Jesus was like, I'm just going to show this woman because she doesn't believe. She basically, these humans will lie, especially in relationship between men and women, because this is the United States. Other countries, it's very different. Some countries very similar, but so basically, he went to the bathroom. He left his phone on the couch wide open. He had the two tabs. You know how you scroll with your phone to two tabs? He had can I say this on YouTube? Pagorn? I can say Pagorn. on the tabs, multiple tabs. He had like 30 or 40 tabs open, and one tab of like his email or Gmail account. And she asked him, because it was wide open, he went straight in his shell and stopped asking. They're together now, but like I said, the relationship, they're with each other because they're involved. But you have to learn to listen to Jesus, because some of the things you might hear are just like God, why is that right? Like, what you said is so crazy, Lord. And when you ask God, you ask and you receive. So some crazy stuff. There's other things too. So for example, when you hear Jesus, someone will say, "Hi, my name is this." I'm like, okay. Basically, and you know it's not their name, so they just flat out lied. And you have this, like, how do you know when you ask someone their name and it's not real? Their facial expression after when they give you the name, they're like, hi, my name's Antoine. And their heart rate goes up. So when you hear people's heart rates, it raised. Like, you just lied. You flat out lied. So you want to catch the person lying, because a lot of people will lie. Maybe they didn't like their name. So one thing you can do to catch someone lying in that sense is, because you'll catch a lot of people like this. Like, I cannot remember your name. I have no idea what your name was. I can't even remember what it begins with. Sometimes they'll just keep giving the same name, but sometimes they're like, they're sick of that name. So like, hey, my name is Anthony. You know, people will change where they're from too. If you ever see someone, they don't remember you, ask them what their name is and where they're from. It changes them. Like, and basically, that's why when you wear certain gemstones, people will just truth serum it. So listen to what Jesus says, because it's some of the craziest stuff people lie about. The craziest stuff. What are other things that people lie about? I would like to not say that example on YouTube. It's too political. He said you can say it if you can't think of something else. He's not really giving me any other example. I'm gonna pause this. Okay, this is quite the example, since Jesus is not giving me another example. Basically, because there's a lot of hate for this, and I have certain trans people come to me for help, and I say to them, because I don't really know anyone who's trans, but a lot of people who have necklaces from me have kids who are transitioning or something like that, and God made everyone in his image, and he made everyone perfect, and he loves all his children. Although you have some people out here who will walk the street looking for trans people to basically harass and attack. If you live in Florida, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Ask those people why they don't like trans people. And I'm just revealing all these things that have never been said before that have to be said. No one really knows them. So I'm sticking up for everyone here. So they're gonna say something to you, and ask Jesus what the real reason is. If you would like to test this, the next time you see someone who has a big problem with people who are trans and literally hunts them, it's one thing to not like someone, but it's another thing to go out hunting for them. Why would you, if you don't like them that much, why are you walking around looking for them? What's wrong with you? Like, I don't like cheese. Let me go find the best cheese. Why are you hunting them? Like, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't. If you don't like something, then look away from it. I can't stand these cartoons. I can't stand watching SpongeBob. The answer is because they're attracted to them and they're looking for them. What's another example? So I'm outing a whole bunch of people here. Don't really care, because humans lie their butts off. The biggest thing is, oh, did you do this today for me, please? This is with most family members or most friends. Or, you didn't do this, right? I told you not to do this, right? Like, yeah, I did it because you told me to. Most of the time they have done it. Jesus will flat out tell you, okay, that person didn't do it. What's the last example? Because this is an incredible video. Jesus is outing you guys. Oh Lord. The Father's basically, the Father's commenting on this as well as the Holy Spirit. This is the biggest thing that this earns disfavor with the Father. So don't do this. Someone will like, if someone asks you, did you pray today? Jesus will flat out say this person did not pray. Like, yeah, I prayed today. Like, are you sure? Yeah, I did earlier. Jesus is having my handshake. So if you'd like to know what that does, how happy that makes Jesus, or how unhappy that makes Jesus, okay. He's not even talking now. He's just... I'm not shaking my hand. My hand has never shook like that before on camera. If you have any questions, ask them in the comment section. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Stop lying, people. Not you guys, but ask Jesus for the truth. And I'll hold the camera with both hands. Ciao. God bless all of you. Stay truthful.